The Victorians really romanticised the medieval period. And one of the best examples of this is the rebuilding of the Houses of Parliament, which was burnt down by a fire in 1834. And this happened at a time where Gothic revival was really starting to come to the fore across art, but also in architecture. There were so many options for the design of the rebuild, and if you looked at London at the time, you would have just assumed that it would be rebuilt in a neoclassical style, basically in like a Greek style. But really, actually, the design that won the competition was in a Gothic revival style. Design was really pushed by an Augustus Pugin, who was a deeply religious man and was completely obsessed with Gothic architecture and like medieval churches. He believed that Gothic architecture really demonstrated and encouraged spiritual and moral values, and he complained of how London's skyline, which was once pierced and populated by church spires, had now been replaced by industrial factories. And this was really demonstrating the moral decay of the Victorian period. The Gothic style is all about drama and the contrast between dark and light. He believed that Gothic architecture would restore some of the moral decay that had happened under capitalism in Victorian London. And so this is because he saw Gothic as morally honest. He believed that pointed architecture was a principle, not just a style. He really loathed the cheap and shoddy craftsmanship that came with the Industrial Revolution, and really romanticised the faith and the craftsmanship of the men of the medieval era. For him, for example, the really high ceilings and kind of church-like decorations that you would see in the Houses of Parliament remind humanity of how small they are in compared to God, and how like God should be revered and looked up to, recreated in how the buildings are designed, because they draw your eye upwards and make you feel small and impressed. Yeah, we've all had that feeling when you enter a church and you're looking up and it's really beautiful and it's using light, and yeah, it's all designed to make you feel in a certain way and make you feel like closer to God as you go into a place of worship. And he wanted that for the Houses of Parliament because, as the representation of British democracy,